A very good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News on Channel 1 TV. We start off with a look at the headlines. President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that steps should be taken to prohibit all construction activities in the catchment areas. The Committee on National Transport Policy says that plans are being made to make it compulsory for those carrying out transport services to obtain a permit. And Libyan officials show journalists bodies of children allegedly killed in NATO air attacks. Now for those stories in detail, President Mahinda Rajapaksa says that steps should be taken to prohibit all construction activities in the catchment areas. The President expressed this view while attending a meeting held at Temple Trees with ministers and officials of the Agriculture, Environment, Farming and Wildlife, Irrigation and Water Resources Ministries. Issuing a communique, the President's media unit states that the President stressed on the importance of introducing quality seed paddy to the market. The communique further states that the development process is hindered by the delay on the part of the relevant authorities to resolve their own problems. The relevant people not having adequate power to take decisions is seen as a main reason. The President had advised those present to take simple measures in order to overcome these shortcomings. The Committee on National Transport Policy says that plans are being made to make it compulsory for those carrying out private transport services to obtain a permit. Chairman of the committee, Ananda Veeraratna, stated that they expect to enforce this requirement on any person involved in passenger transport within a province and between provinces. He further said that the Committee on National Transport Policy will hold further discussions regarding this today. The JHU representatives who constructed and won in the second phase of local government elections under the People's Freedom Alliance were sworn in yesterday.
Representatives were elected for 7 local government bodies out of the 11 local government bodies in which the JHU contested. The swearing-in ceremony took place at the National Library and Documentation Services Board Auditorium. There is a procedure in the Constitution which determines the number of voters. People have migrated. People have migrated also due to the JP problems. The name of those people were omitted from the electoral list. They do not have voting rights here. There are false voters registered in Mardana and Burala. It creates a serious situation when a parliamentary representation is given to such false votes. We are also against this. If such political extremists try to increase the number of seats in the north, we should all object because no one should possess a right higher than their right to vote.
A stock of marijuana worth 2.2 million rupees, which was being transported in a cab, was taken into custody by the police special task force.
A high-ranking official in the special task force said that after a 5-hour search operation, the cab was taken into custody on the Sella Kataragama road. A stock of marijuana weighing more than 50 kilograms, which was being transported in the cab from a house in the Sella Kataragama area, was taken into custody at a STF security barrier. The police stated that the suspect is from the Katuwana area. A mobile phone, passport and the cab have been handed over to the Kataragama police.
Farmers of the Mahavali Edge zone have been severely inconvenienced due to the rapidly receding water levels of the Kalawava.
The farmers of the Galnava and Megalava areas who cultivated their paddy lands in the Yala season with the hope of gathering a successful harvest are left pinning away as the paddy fields have been destroyed due to the lack of water. They state that while they may still be able to salvage their harvest provided that 3 more tons of water are received by these paddy lands, any failure will result in the destruction of over 40% of the paddy cultivation. There are 2,222 hectares in the Megalava division. It's good if they can at least provide us with water for one season. The farmers also request the authorities to renovate the reservoirs and to provide a solution to the crisis they are facing. The main reason for the shortage of water is because of the Baluduvava and Kalawava have not been renovated. We made inquiries in this regard from the irrigation engineer in the Migalava, Mahavali division. He stated that steps have been taken to farm paddy in 50% of these paddy lands and to cultivate alternative crops. He added that due to the rain received at the beginning of the year, 90% of the farmers commenced paddy farming. Due to this reason, we had to use a large amount of water than expected. There are a few blocks in the main anicut as well. We lost a lot of water as a result of this as well. Another reason is that farmers do not work according to a timetable. As a result, they are unable to make use of the water provided.
The National Housing Development Authority has implemented a program to construct 55,000 homes. The President, Jayantha Samaravira, stated that housing loans will be granted to those who are unable to obtain loans from financial institutions under the Jana 7 Upahara program. This will be applicable for government and private sector employees, small and self-employed businessmen, and women with a fixed income. He further said that 2,210 million rupees have been obtained from commercial banks to fund this program. Taking a look at sports news now. Red Bull driver Mark Webber hasn't given up hope of catching teammate Sebastian Vettel in the Formula One Driver Championship. Webber admitted it will be tough. He is currently 85 points behind Vettel with 8 races remaining this season.
The next race in the Formula One calendar is not until the Belgium Grand Prix on the 28th of August. Red Bull driver Mark Webber took some time out to travel to Salzburg to try out a Red Bull helicopter. The Australian finished 5th in the recent Hungarian Grand Prix on the 31st of July, and he said his decision to change to intermediate tyres cost him valuable points. Webber currently lies second in the Formula One Drivers' Championship with 85 points behind leader and Red Bull teammate Sebastian Vettel. He admits it will take a strange sequence of results to claw back that gap, but he hasn't given up hope of catching the German. Webber believes a few wins could see his title challenge take off. Webber's chances of landing the Formula One driver's title may be slim, but he's helped his teammate Red Bull into a massive 103-point lead in the Constructors' Championship, with McLaren their closest challengers.
Well, New Zealand head coach Graham Henry has made 7 changes to the starting 15, which thumped an injury-ravaged Springboks outfit 40 points to 7 last weekend for tomorrow's showdown with Australia.
Owen Franks replaces brother Ben at tight head prop. Kevin Mialamu is back at hooker. Brad Thorne is at lock alongside Ali Williams, and Kieran Reid is at number 8. In the back, Spirivipu has been picked at halfback, making his first test start since last year's Bledisloe Cup victory in Sydney. Jose Gill returns from his recent hamstring injury to start his first test of the year on the left wing, while Sivivatu is on the right wing. All Blacks coach Graham Henry said that they would be expecting a completely different level of intensity tomorrow compared to that posed by South Africa last weekend. All Black centres Ma'anou and Conrad Smith will set a new milestone this weekend as they play their 29th test together, becoming the most experienced centre partnership in All Blacks history, while Dan Carter will play his 82nd test and joins the top 5 list of the most capped All Blacks ever.
Well, Arsenal players were greeted by thousands of fans yesterday when the club held an open training session attended by Cesc Fabregas.
The 24-year-old Spanish midfielder has been linked with a move to Barcelona, but he joined his teammates in front of an enthusiastic crowd. French midfielder Samir Nasri, who is attracting interest from both Manchester United and Manchester City, was also at the open day training. Gervinho, a striker bought from French club Lidi, joined other stars including Dutch forward Robin van Persie, Czech midfielder Thomas Rosicky, and Russian midfielder Andrei Arshavin. Arsene Wenger's team finished the 8th Premier League in 4th place and will have to win a playoff to qualify for the group stage of this season's Champions League. They drew with Boca Juniors and the New York Bulls in pre-season friendlies. Tomorrow they play Benfica in a friendly before facing Newcastle United a week later in their first match of the new season.
Well, with that, we wrap up this edition of Lunchtime News, but be sure to join us on our updates. Until then, take care. News.